Welcome back to the permaculture plant paradise, where I am starting out a food forest in the Slovenian mountains. For my dream of realizing a botanical food forest garden, I am collecting as many species of fruiting plants as possible. Right now I am on 43 and all of them are in pots. In the previous video of my adventure series, you saw me building a small little greenhouse so that I can put some of my plants in there during the winter. In this episode we're going to continue the build and place it right here in between the big tables. I finished building the components for my little greenhouse, which will be a rectangular box. The size is 2.40 m by 1.20 m, and these are the sides and this is the top, with the back and the front underneath. Before I mount the components together, I'm going to prepare this space here in between the two tables. It's not really level, so I'm going to use my trusty pickaxe to make it level, and then I will mount the greenhouse together. Alright, I finished flattening out the area. I also cut a little bit of bush behind it. I'm going to use some bricks to put in the corner so that I can rest the walls of the greenhouse on it and that it will have some clearance from the ground. Now I need to measure them out and get them level. I have all the 5 components of my greenhouse laid out here. Now I need to figure out a way how to mount it all together. I've got the sides and the back laid out here, and I'm just screwing them in with screws from the inside. I just put the roof on top, and now I'm going to put some hinges here in the corners so that I can open up the roof. Got these beautiful golden hinges, and now I need to screw them in with some beautiful little golden screws. Fixed components are all nice and plumb and screwed into place, and now I can get the front panel, which will be removable, put it onto its position and then make some latches for it. There you go, a tiny little greenhouse on the budget. I'm just gonna add some wood chips to get rid of that mud and get a nice bedding. I'm also adding this table for the smaller plants. I'll start putting my least hardy plants in, like this avocado, and I'll do the rest later. Alright, I finished the door up, I made some latches as well. Alright, off to the next project. So, yesterday I visited a friend in the Vipava Valley down from the mountain, and he has a beautiful farm where we both got some cuttings from his trees, and now it's time to propagate them. I've collected a range of different branches from different trees, including apple, cherry, kaki, fig trees and grapes. So now I'm going to use my trusty old shears and cut them into pieces. And then I'll use this sand and soil mixture to stick them in, and hopefully they'll start rooting. Find a nice branch, I select a good part, cut it through with my scissors, and cut the bottom as well. I'm using some raw honey as, wrong side, as a rooting hormone. I just filled up my little greenhouse with as many plants as I could. It looks really great, they are so nice together, and now they are ready for any possible frost this winter. Welcome back to the permaculture plant paradise. Today I'm standing in the middle of my cliffside plot, and I want to build a beautiful terrace here. It's quite a steep terrain. It's about 45 degrees pretty much. So I'm going to use some big stones here as a base and start stacking some stones on top to create a wall. We're about 2/3 the way up to the top, where I already built a smaller terrace on the top there at that tree. I found this perfect big rock here, and I'm going to use this wide platform as a base to build my wall. Alright, I got my first rock. Collecting some of the biggest rocks I can find, some smaller rocks as well. Make a tight structure, and then I just need to start filling it in. We've been making some good progress stacking up stones, and now it's time to rake up some dirt. I'm using my trusty old rake to just rake up some dirt and bring it down against the rocks. And then I can layer by layer create a nice high wall. I'm starting to make some awesome progress on this rock wall. As you can see, it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I have been raking and raking and raking. I've been collecting rocks from all over the place. I've been stacking these rocks one by one and making a big wall. And after just a couple of days of digging, I've made this beautiful big terrace here. It's becoming pretty large. As you can see, it's something like 20 square meters right now. I want to make it almost double the size even, and this wall has to come up higher, about 1 meter more. Over here are some big rocks that I just can't get out, so I want to make the whole thing level around here. So this wall has to be this high. Sometimes there are some big rocks that I need to move out of the way, so I get my pickaxe underneath. I can wiggle it around like that and bring it down. And now there's a tree in the way. After like 5 days of hard work, this is what we've got. It's still a little uneven, but I have some more work to do. For now, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.